Ready to go potty, buddy? You ready to go potty? All right. Good morning. We've got to keep a good eye on Polly because we have a fox in our yard. She cannot be left out in the yard alone. It's my mom's first, it's my first day without my mom here. I woke up feeling very sad. Hey, we'll go inside in just a minute. Oh, the cat is staring in at her through the window. Hi, Polly. Let's go inside. Come, let's go inside. So yes, I woke up this morning feeling very sad. It was so nice having her here. I enjoyed it so much. It was sad to wake up and not have her here. And the fact that she might not be able to come back until a year is horrible sounding. So we shall see. Anyway, I'm going to start off with a slow morning. I've got to feed Polly still, and I definitely have yarn dyeing that I need to do. So that's pretty much what is there for my schedule today as far as work. A slow day after she leaves, and a bit of hand making, housework, and taking care of myself today. I made myself a cappuccino. I have 2 of these glasses. They were my grandma and grandpa's, Grandma Sue. I don't normally drink out of them. They're quite large, but I made myself a big cappuccino this morning. So being that I'm going to sit down, I hope that it stays warm for me this morning. I tend to make a cappuccino or a cup of coffee, and by the time I get around to really drinking it, it is cold. It's not going to happen today though. I think I'll light some candles this morning. I'll light my Advent candle. I have this beautiful one that I bought while we were out one day in Denmark. I think I'll light that this morning. I need to clean up. You can see the sofa is a bit of a mess, so I need to clean it up here. And then I can finally get cozy. Looks good. Let's go open up my Räucherkerzchen Advent calendar for today. I think that is exactly what I need this morning. Those homey, cozy smells while I sit, knit, think about my mom, and just reflect on the whole last 2 weeks that she was here. So I have from Original Erzgebirge, it's called Der echte Räucherkerzen Adventskalender. Super cute. And inside of it, I will share with you today's, when I find it, there is a different scented incense cone. So this one is Barbara Zweig. I don't know exactly what that is in English. This is the first year that I've ever had one of these, and I recommend this so much. I have loved all of the scents. So here is our incense cone for the day. And as I mentioned, this is so subtle. It has such a wonderful scent to it. And I recommend this Advent calendar for anyone who's looking for an incense cone type of Advent calendar. It wasn't bad at all. I purchased this in November, and December 1st, it became 30% off. My mom got one for my dad. You're going to hear Polly snoring. She is on my lap and she is asleep. So I suppose I should chat a little bit about what I am knitting. I've been working on this for quite some time. On and off. I haven't spent or devoted a lot of time knitting on this. This is the Vienna Set scarf that comes along with the pattern. It's a pattern by PetiteKnit, and it comes along with this scarf pattern, which is knit in a loop. So it is extremely warm. It's not double knit, but it is a double thickness scarf, which makes it very luxurious and warm. I'm knitting this with absolutely wonderful yarns. Here's our merino cashmere fingering weight yarn in the teddy colorway, and I'm pairing it along with the rose gold colorway in our brushed merino lace weight yarn. I thought that that would give it a really beautiful marled effect with all of these little nubs, and the brushed merino yarn makes it very, very soft. So this is the length that I've knit it so far. I haven't decided exactly how long I want to knit it, but I will use all of this yarn, and I think that that length will be perfect. I finished blocking my Sophie scarf that I knit out of poppy. If you can remember yesterday, I had this part that I added that's absolutely not the same color. However, I am going to tie it kind of in a way that I think won't fully expose. I know I'm kind of talking and doing this at the same time, but I'm not going to weave this end in just because I want to be sure that I'm happy with the outcome. So I think what I'm going to do is wear it today. Oh no, I think it's too big to do that. It's a little bit bigger than I hoped. I shouldn't have blocked it. Darn it. So I think I will have to have the end exposed, and that means I could have knit it even shorter than I had planned. Okay, well, let's see how it works with the ends just dangling down. I mean, obviously it looks a little ridiculous because the end is very square right now. It still needs to be, the end needs to be sewn in to kind of bring that together. But it maybe looks all right. I have to have a look outside of the camera. It's a very pretty color. Looks a little silly with this low V-neck, but I do like it. Do I like the high contrast of this one? I don't know. Let's wear it around a little bit and see. I need to head into the dye studio. I'm going to keep this on because it's cold. I have no heat on in this studio or in the dye studio because as soon as I start dyeing, it is going to get hot in here. I must admit, I feel a little overwhelmed by the amount of work that I do have to do. With my mom being here, I mostly took off work. I did a few hours, maybe 2 or 3 days that she was here. But other than that, I planned on taking the week free from dyeing and doing a lot of things. Mako wasn't here as well. I feel overwhelmed. I feel a bit of overwhelm. I know after today of kind of tying up all the loose ends, getting everything done that needs to be done, I will feel so much better. So my dehumidifier is beeping, which means that I need to empty it. All right, let's get some Christmas music going. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. We have a brand new Christmas color in the shop this year. I'm going to share it with you on Gold Stellina because that one's so much fun. And this one is called Christmas Stocking. This one was so much fun to dye. I love traditional Christmas yarn colors, and so I decided to use a lot of different shades of reds and greens and goldens. And This one is very highly speckled. It comes with this beautiful golden tonal that I think pairs along very nicely with it and gives it a nice festive feel. I have chosen this yarn to knit my Advent socks with this year for Advent season. I am not going to be knitting it on Gold Stellina, although I really played around with Gold Stellina, merino cashmere nylon, and our soft sock base, and I decided to go with soft sock. I'm still deciding if I want to knit it using the contrast color because I think that adds a very fun pop to the sock, but I have a little time to think about that. I'm currently winding up the Christmas stocking colorway. It does look different across different bases, so here it is on our DK. I mean, they all look pretty similar. It is hand-dyed yarn, so of course every skein is going to look completely different. That's our woolly base. We have, of course, soft sock, but here it is on soft sock. These are both of the soft sock colors, and you can see that they look different. That's just how it is. I've just come upstairs while my yarn is setting, and I grabbed one of those Goldhelm chocolates that my mom gifted me for Advent. This one is a salty butter almond caramel truffle, and I'm so excited to try it. I don't know if I filmed the last time my mom and I ate these. I haven't had a look at the vlog. I think it was 2 nights ago. But we chatted all about it, and then I think I didn't film it. If I did, you guys will have seen it, and these chocolates we were so impressed with them. So it's a few days later, and I've decided that I'm going to treat myself with a lovely cup of coffee. This one is from Jeska, a patron. She gifted this to me some years back, and it's one of my favorites. It perfectly fits a cup of coffee, and it keeps it warm while I have a little snack, and I absolutely adore this mug. So, going to enjoy that. Just made it hot, and I wanted to share with you a colorway that we have in the shop. This is called Chestnut Lodge. It's one of our Christmas colorways this year, and I knit this pair using the Rye sock pattern by Tin Can Knit. It's such a fun pattern, and this is such a festive pair of socks. I also think it's one that works very well when it's not the Christmas season. It just works well for autumn as well as spring. But when you want something Christmassy, it does have a beautiful touch of traditional Christmas color in there as well. There even is a tiny little hinge of pink, only if you know it's there. If you knit this for someone who doesn't like pink, don't tell them, and they will not even know. It almost looks red for the eye that doesn't look so close. So this is Chestnut Lodge, and I just wanted to share these with you. It's a really pretty Christmas option in the shop if you're looking for something a little bit darker, deeper, and for green lovers, of course. Those are finished, and I am going to be finishing up my toasted acorn socks. That's what I'll be working on right now. This was a patron colorway. It will be coming to the shop this winter in 70-gram sock sets, just the leftovers of the patron yarn. I won't be dyeing this as a normal colorway for the shop, so if you want it, you can only get it in that 70-gram set. I decided to use 2 sets because I wanted quite a long sock, and you cannot get a sock this large. It's an American size 9, a German size 40, and this is all that I was able to get out of a 70-gram sock set. However, if I had used all of my skein of ash, which is the contrast color that comes along with this, I definitely could have knit a lot more of the sock, but I only used ash for this pop on the cuff and then these 3 little stripes at the toe. So I've just caked up my second ball, and I'm going to add this for the rest of the leg and foot. And I will be adding those stripes to the toe of the second sock too, so they match. And then, as I shared you when I was down with you when I was down in the studio, I'm going to be knitting up Christmas stocking colorway. He accidentally wound up a skein on our woolly base, which is not the same as our soft sock base, which is what I caked up for my pair of socks. I just set it aside. I know you can mix different bases, but when I'm knitting socks, I definitely prefer to use the same base for my pair of socks as I'm using for my main color. So now I'm going to sit back, relax, enjoy my coffee, my little treat, and knitting on my toasted acorn socks. He wants to come and sit on my lap, but Polly's already on my lap. It's my first walk without my mom here. Man, that is not nearly as nice as with her being here. We can chat, talk about things, what we see. It was so sad to wake up without her here. She had to leave at 4 o'clock, I believe, this morning. Robert took her because our car's in the shop, as many of you know. I can't drive stick shift, so he had to drive her to the airport this morning. When I woke up this morning and it was 7 o'clock, I felt so sad that I didn't wake up when he got up to tell her goodbye. I think it's the first time that I have not woken up when my mom or when my parents left to say goodbye. I did not wake up. I felt a bit gutted when I realized that because I didn't properly say goodbye. I just, hugged her and said goodnight last night, thinking that I would be able to say goodbye to her. So, Polly, we're not going down into the forest today. It's pretty late. Come, Polly, come. It's going to be getting dark very fast now, as it's already 4 o'clock, and that means that I am not going into the forest alone. I don't mind doing it when it's sundown or anything like that, but when I know it's going to be pitch black in about 20 minutes, I don't want to be in the forest. There's absolutely no lights in there, so this is where I'll stay for now. It's a beautiful walk. It's so nice to see the sun setting. It always has a very pretty pink and purple glow in the evenings. These are some flowers that my mom comments on each time that she comes, or berries. They're so pretty. My mom said that my grandma Ruby would always stop or she would go on places looking for where she could cut and make pretty winter bouquets like that, and she said those berries are definitely one that she would have sought out and cut and made a bouquet with. I love the idea of it. Those ones are very, very thorny. You'd have to come with gloves and a basket. They'd be hard to handle. There are some snowberries just up above that my mom also liked, and she had never seen them before. So I'll show you what those look like. I think they've pretty much all been foraged by the birds. We'll see what we can find. Here are just a few. There aren't many left on these bushes. I'm back from my walk with Polly. That was very, very nice. I've grabbed myself my cappuccino. I heated this up. I made this a while ago. It is going to get dark very soon. We got back just in time. I've started to turn on my lights. All of my Christmas lights are mostly on timers, so it was nice to come home and have those on and cozy looking. I've grabbed myself a Quality Street chocolate. This is one that Kate sent me. I just saw these on Sandy by the Lakeside's Vlogmas, so that was fun. And I'm going to do a little bit more knitting. I don't think I'm going to knit anymore today on my toasted acorn socks because, as you can see, I'm at the heel. So I was able to knit all of those rows down to the heel. I think I'm either going to add on, this blanket has gotten so big. I'm going to add on Winter, which was November's colorway. It's hard to see. The lighting has gotten very strange as it gets darker outside and I have some overhead lights on. Polly's just laid down on my blanket. She loves all of my knit blankets, which is why I've started laying my knit blankets around the home. One is in Polly's bed by the window. She and the cats use it, mainly Videy and Polly. Neil doesn't use it too much. I think I might have seen him on it once. Then I have another, my granny stripe blanket is on the sofa in our kitchen. And those are my two blankets that I have laying around. My jelly roll blanket we use a lot. And this one I'm still knitting on. So we will see what happens with this one. It will probably be one also that stays on our sofa because it is so massive and beautiful. I pretty much have every single color designed for next year's boucle blanket club. If you want to join, they're in the shop right now. I'm very excited about it. We've all had so much fun knitting on this blanket this year, and it's going to look different than this year's, of course. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun project to work on. And I think it's fun to do each year, not just for knitting a blanket for myself or my family. I have an intention each year of who I will be knitting this blanket or my next blanket for. So I am very, very much so looking forward to that. I also really want to cast on my Christmas stockings colorway. Socks are just so much fun to knit, but I think I'll wait and cast that on either late this evening, which I don't think will happen. I think I'll have to wait until tomorrow. So I think what I will end up doing right now, I need to change these needle stoppers. I think that's why I have these Christmas ones in my basket. These are super cute. Right now I have very autumnal chrysanthemums on my needles, but it doesn't feel like autumn anymore. So when I'm finished adding, or when I'm finished knitting a little bit of winter on this blanket, I will go ahead and put those on my needles. I have no idea what this one is. It's a red circular wrapper, but boy, I think it's my favorite. Good evening. It's a bit later in the night. I've had a bath. We've finished eating dinner. Robert is bringing our youngest to bed right now. They're reading a Christmas story. The girls have a cloth advent calendar, and each evening Santa or an elf, somebody, comes and leaves a book for the next day to read that evening. And we've had these books for a long time. They're small little pixie books. For those of you who are German, you'll know what they are. And they're all different winter, Christmas, Advent related stories. And at the end of the year, they're gathered in a little container like this. And then we set them out the last day of November for Santa or an elf to take, so that each night they can leave in a random order one of those books. So Elodie reads them a lot to Ruby. I read one to Ruby last night. Robert's reading one to Ruby tonight. They're all in German. Elodie is at a Christmas concert that she is putting on. We'll go and see that tomorrow night. I will anyway. For those of you who have watched Vlogmas, you will definitely have seen that before. Robert and Ruby won't be able to attend. They have a special sporting event for Ruby that they'll be at. I'll be riding my bike there deep in the night, and Elodie will be coming back with me on her bike, I guess. I'm knitting on my cozy comfort throw. Really enjoying it. I just have maybe 2 centimeters put in. I'm getting sleepy. I'm drinking my Advent tea. I don't think I mentioned this. Renate, Robert's mom, gifted me for Advent time a little box of teas, and each day 1 through 24 there is a paper bag. It's great. It's recyclable. The box is recyclable, and you have a surprise tea inside. So yesterday was plum and cinnamon, I think. Plum, cinnamon, and date. My mom, Robert, and I all shared a pot of it. And that was delicious. I've had 2 large cups of this. This is my 2nd cup, and then that will be it. It is such a nice ritual to do in the evening. I really also love the surprise element of opening up each tea bag. That's a lot of fun. I think I'm going to sit now, relax. I have a little bit of a headache. Just going to take it easy now, knit on my blanket, and have a nice relaxing evening. I think I'll probably head to bed early. I know Robert is quite sleepy as well, so I think it will be an early night for him because he had to get up very early with my mom to drive her to the airport this morning, as I mentioned. Anyway, I hope you're all having a wonderful Advent season so far. I am having a wonderful, wonderful one. And I'm hoping to get to another Christmas market in the next few days with us as a family. Robert or the girls haven't been to one yet. I honestly think Robert could probably go through the whole Advent season and be okay not going to a Christmas market. But being that Advent time is for me the most magical and the most exciting time of the year, it wouldn't feel like Advent season without visiting Christmas markets for me. And I think it's the same for my children. So, happy Advent time, Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a wonderful December, whether you celebrate or don't celebrate. And I'll see you all tomorrow.